Hi everyone, Sierra Games Scott here. Just welcoming you back to Sierra Games Scott channel, and I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Sorry for being away for a little bit of time. I've had a few things I've had to take care of, not the least of which is trying to find a job right now, so that has taken up some of my time. As you know, we recently finished up Police Quest 2, and I hope you enjoyed it. And unfortunately, we had a lot of technical problems, which really delayed it, and me also being a bit occupied, dragged it out a little bit longer than I would have liked, especially for a relatively short game. I think we only went about 20 videos, if I'm not mistaken, if that, which is definitely below, I think, some of the other ones like Gold Rush and Quest for Glory. Anyway, the technical issues were pretty much just having problems with getting Cam Studio to work, getting some of the codecs to load. Some of them became corrupted or something, and as I mentioned, the speech synchronization was off as well, and that really kind of, at least annoyed me. I don't know, maybe we could have made do of it, especially if I didn't read every line of text, but I just didn't want to produce that. It just was aggravating to me. So I got another program, which is Microsoft's Expression program, which is great, except for the fact that it captures at 10 minutes, and that includes any time that's been paused, so that does present some problems. We'll see what we can do about future Let's Play videos. Before talking about anything else, I'll say that I'm probably going to take off about a month, I guess. Maybe a little bit less as this is being recorded and as it's going to be posted. So probably not before Christmas. Maybe I'll start on Christmas to be a Christmas present to everyone out there, or just start a little bit after Christmas. But we will not be having a Let's Play until then. And I normally do say I'm going to take some time off and then get right into another video, but I think I've had just some other projects going on, and like I said, a few other things that I just need to take care of, and so I'm going to hold off a little while on doing that. Now, I am actually going to look into a few minor projects, though. Not going to guarantee it, but I've always enjoyed talking about the games a lot. I know we have to play the games, and some people get annoyed with too much commentary and things like that, and that's fine. I've certainly, the purpose of watching a Let's Play is to actually see the game unfold. There's always sort of interesting things I'd like to bring up, and so what I'm planning on doing, or hoping to do at least, is to create sort of a, what I guess we'll call is Let's Review, and I'm going to go through a bunch of the Sierra games, some of the ones maybe that I won't even attempt to do myself, like some of the Quest for Glory games, which have been done by other Let's Players, and maybe some ones like Gold Rush that we've already taken care of, where I'll just go through and review what I think about the game, maybe give it a rating, maybe provide some background details that people who may not follow Sierra as closely as I did at one point at least, may not be aware of. So hopefully that'll be interesting. The one drawback is, as many of you know and can tell from watching some of the LPs, is that I'm not particularly adept at a lot of the multimedia software, a lot of the video editing, and even if I was, it does take a lot of time to sort of edit things and edit clips together. So unlike a lot of reviews you might see of video games and things online, it wouldn't be me moving from one scene to another and showing things like that. It'd probably be a fairly static screen like this and me just talking. So I don't know how popular that'd be, but I think for people who might really be into some of the Sierra games and want to hear some, or hear about some of the interesting things about it, it might be worth checking out. And we'll probably have a trial or two, and if it doesn't get too many views or people don't like it too much, maybe we'll discontinue it. But for the time being, I think I'm going to try that, and we might get a couple in there before Christmas, since they won't be too terrible to produce. I'll also try to have a little bit more of a script doing it, so you don't have to hear me stumble over my review. It'll be a little bit better formatted than some of my Let's Plays, which I do off the cuff, and I think that works pretty well, at least for the Let's Plays. But for something a little bit more dialogue intense, having a script would probably be helpful. A few housekeeping items. I've noticed, I think on some of the Police Quest games, I, for first time, got a couple low-star ratings, and that's fine. I leave the ratings open for people to assess, just because I think that's fair, and most people do that for most of their YouTube videos, and I'm certainly not above criticism. The problem is I didn't get any comments back when that happened. I'm not saying, I don't know, I assume maybe if you're watching this, you might not be the type, might not be a person who would have left a low rating, but if you do not like a video, if there's something wrong with it, please leave a comment, send me a PM or something, just so I know how to improve it. It may be something I can't do just because of my technical limits, but if it is something you'd rather see, more talking, less talking, speaking up, moving ahead a little bit more, being a little more animated, anything like that, definitely let me know. Because that would help me improve things. So feel free to criticize, but just if you could do me the favor, help me out with that sort of thing, that helps too. But I'm glad to see that a lot of videos do have better ratings, and that hopefully people have enjoyed it. It doesn't bother me too much that I have a little bit fewer hits on a lot number of the videos than some of the other LPers. I don't know if that's a byproduct of me just not being as involved in the quote-unquote LP community or advertising it as much. But I'm glad we do have a few people that I've heard back from who seem to enjoy the Let's Play, so I do definitely appreciate all the fans out there who have been watching since I've started this up in September. I really do appreciate it, and certainly there's no real point in doing the LPs if nobody's listening. So for everyone out there who has listened and is listening to this, thank you. I definitely enjoy it. I always enjoy feedback and comments, even if they are somewhat critical at times. So that's helpful. What am I doing next on the LP front? Somebody brought up the Black Cauldron on one of the comments. That's actually interesting. I think there is an LP out there of it, but it is a quick one to do. So that's something I would consider doing. Space Quest 4 is something I think that's very likely to come up. The problem is it is a little bit more music and graphical intense, and I think I've been able to get away pretty much without having too much sound with some of the EGA games because they weren't as sound intensive, but I don't know if I could pull off. I think there's actually a talking version of Space Quest 4, which I'd like to be able to get my hands on. And if that were the case, I definitely would like to try to figure out a way to get the program to work so we can pick up both my microphone sound and also the sound on the computer. So I'm looking into that, but that's definitely something I think would be pretty straightforward to play. Wouldn't be as hard as something like Quest for Glory 5, but also would be one of the newer games, and I haven't actually gotten into that for a while, so that could be fun for me to play as well. And I think it's my favorite Space Quest game. Somebody mentioned Police Quest 3. I kind of responded to that on the comments section. I just don't like the game very much, and it's not something I enjoy that much. I haven't really followed up with too many any of the games I played before. I've only, I guess, Gold Rush doesn't have a sequel, but the other ones that had sequels or prequels, I haven't done that. So I don't really play the games in order. I'd consider if there's an overwhelming demand to continue on with the Police Quest series, but I never played the whole game through. The only way I actually know the whole game is I watched Late Blade's Let's Play itself, so it'd be kind of funny watching a non-commentary Let's Play to figure out how to do the commentary-oriented Let's Play, but for the time being, unless there's some overwhelming demand, I think I'm going to leave the Police Quest series at Police Quest 2. And if there's other games out there, and some people have requested games I haven't played before by Sierra, which would be interesting. The only problem with Sierra is the games I haven't played, is that I have to learn it as we go along. So I guess I'd have to play it through once beforehand, so that might take a little bit more time if I had to do that. Because it's hard enough actually trying to play the game and give commentary. The reason I think I've been at least reasonably successful is I remember the games pretty well, and if I have to use a walkthrough, it at least jogs my memory enough that it's not too much of a problem for me to comment and play along at the same time. So that's pretty much what's coming up for Let's Play. Always open for suggestions. Certainly appreciate all the feedback. Certainly appreciate all the viewers once again. And I would just encourage you to let other people know if you know people who are interested in CR games. I believe my Gold Rush is the only Gold Rush one out there. So if people actually are nostalgic for that, hopefully they'll check that out. And I think it's one of the few Quest for Glory 3 games. There are a couple Police Quest 2 and King's Quest 3 games out there. But anyway, I guess I don't have too much more to go in terms of time, and don't have too much more to say. So I just hope you'll check out some of the new projects we have coming up. Look for the new LP around Christmas time. If I don't talk to you beforehand, I hope everyone has a great Christmas and Happy New Year, and everyone take care.